everyone, and welcome back to Zoe from Mom. If you don't know what this channel is actually all about, go ahead and go back and see my introduction. It tells you a little bit about what the channel is all about. As you guys can hear, maybe can hear, my little one is right there. She is awake and she wants all my devoted attention because I actually just came back from work. The reason I'm filming right now is because I'm running out of lights. It's actually 5:38 p.m. right now, and I don't want to lose sunlight because that's the light that I'm using right now. So if I stop or you see that all of a sudden it cuts takes, it's because I'm going to her. And of course, I have to attend her. So this video is actually to tell you about me wanting to become a mom. What did I have to do, my history, and what made this finally happen. And I know there's a lot of people out there trying to be moms. They do whatever it can, different positions, different remedies, going to doctors. You know, everybody's different. So this will focus on me specifically. All these videos is based on my experience and my daughter's experience, so everybody can be different. Anyways, so to start, I wanted to be a mom at the age of 24, just like my mom was when she got pregnant with me. That was my goal ever since I was little, to get pregnant like my mom at my mom's age. But of course, my mom met my father at that age and she was happy and she started a family. And there I am, and my brothers as well. But the thing is that not everybody's lucky to have it immediately, whether it could be health reasons or not the right partner, whatever the case may be. And some people are just lucky just to have it right away without them really knowing, or they just don't want it at the moment, but they still consider themselves blessed. But I really am blessed. As you can see, my little one really wants my attention, but I'll try to make this quick. Hold that thought. Back again, but she's like, where'd you go? I love her. So, okay, so regarding my history, I wasn't always obese, you could say. I did start taking care of myself a while back. I was running, being more healthy, and taking care of myself because I was a little overweight. But then I started running, and then I ended up getting more overweight after I met my husband. You could say that there's people, depending on their emotions, either they're eaters or they don't eat, depending on depression, whatever the case may be, which I was depressed when I was before my husband, not right before, but before my husband. And I would not eat or hardly ate, or ate at the wrong time. That's why I decided to start running. That way it'd be much healthier instead of just not eating at all. So I kept focusing on other things, and I didn't want to be in my depression. So I ended up running and focusing on that. And then I met my husband and I was happy, and then I started eating and I ended up getting a little bit more weight. Now, regarding my history, I will definitely be sharing a lot of details. Not very detailed details, but I was very sexually active, and I was not using protection, and I didn't get pregnant because of the whole pull-out method. But regardless, I ended up having that thing in my head that maybe because I wasn't using protection, or because I had different partners, I wasn't able to have kids. That was my fear. And that was one of my biggest fears, which I actually share with my friend Denise, that I'm scared not to be a mom or to ever become a mother. And when I got married with my husband, we were like, we're going to wait a year and then we'll get pregnant. But in our honeymoon, we're like, you know what? We're so happy. Let's do it. Let's try it. We were trying for a full year. I ended up ended up trying different positions, ended up, doing so many things. And what helped me, and again, I'm going to share this, what I used to all of you, but again, I'm not saying to use it, but what I figured helped me was these pills right here. I can't tell if it's backwards, but I sell one a day prenatal pills, and it helped me a lot. Bless you, Mama. Bless you. It actually balanced everything. It has a lot of folic acid and helps everything regarding menstrual, which, by the way, I didn't have problems with it. I always had it on time. Maybe every 3 or 4 months, it would either come 1 week sooner or 1 week later, which was normal for me, but it was always on time. But the thing is that, maybe because I wasn't eating healthy, I kept on gaining weight. And when I was running, I wasn't eating healthy. So, and then with, like I said, my sexual history. So I thought maybe that's the reason why. So, somebody told me, which I honestly don't remember right now, start taking prenatal vitamins. That's going to help you. So I did. I started taking prenatal vitamins, and then you could say maybe a month after we conceived Zoe, a month or two before I conceived Zoe, that worked. I was actually about a year, almost a year in. I ended up going to the doctor because they told me if I can't conceive within more than a year, then you have to see a specialist. I ended up about to consult a specialist. It cost a lot to even see someone. And I said, well, let's just push it 11 months to save a little bit more money to see a specialist. That same week is the weekend we went to San Diego for our anniversary, actually, our year anniversary. And there she is. I ended up getting pregnant, and that was the happiest day of my life. A very happy day of my life. Now, the reason I paused is I was scared. Not to be a mother, but that it was too good to be true. I'm about to cry. I was I was very happy. It's just that I was scared that I might lose my baby because it was too good to be true. And I waited a while to tell anybody because I don't know, some Hispanic families out there are familiar with this, but they say you have to wait at least 3 months to give the news because God forbid anything can happen. So I know it's just a saying, but I was just so paranoid and worried, and finally have this miracle happen. I can risk it. So my symptoms was that, I was a month late. I was a month late, and I'm sorry, I wasn't a month late. I was 2 weeks late. And I was getting cramps all week, which I've never had before. Like, if my period, usually it's cramps one day, the next day is my period. But that whole week, the second week, it was just cramps the whole time, every day. So I'm like, I think I'm pregnant. And then, just not to jinx it, we ended up going to get, if you guys could hear, it's the elote guy. Hold on, here he goes again. You guys know it, Zoe got quiet. Oh, I said her name. Okay. So that weekend we were with my family. I didn't tell them I was suspected I was pregnant. So on Sunday, we went to get pregnancy tests at Walgreens by our apartment at the time in Anaheim, and waited Monday morning because they said it's better early in the morning once you wake. I took the test. I was trying to figure out, how do I do it? Do I do it in a cup? Do I directly on the stick? How do I do it? Because I don't want to do a mistake and it be positive and it's actually not true, or be false and actually be pregnant, or I just wanted to make sure it was correct. So I did it, peed in a cup, dipped it, and right away I saw that plus sign. And then, and I was in shock. I had to dip it again. And they both came up positive. I was so happy. Finally pregnant, something that I always wanted, and I was scared not to be, ever. But then I woke up my husband, and he's like, really? I still remember that day very well. So I went to work. I was excited. I told my boss at the time, was the only person I told, because just FYI, if I come late, morning sickness, all that jazz. So pretty much my employers were the first people to know. And then I still had that feeling I needed to tell my family, but I was too scared. So Zoe was telling me to do it, because I was like, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. But I ended up going to the doctor after I was a little bit scared, because there was some blood, and it was right after my husband and I had intercourse, and there was a little bit of blood, and they said it's normal. There's nothing wrong with that. By the way, girls, if you have sex and there's a little bit of blood, that's normal. There's nothing wrong with that. And so got the appointment, went in, showed my husband. Long and behold, there's our baby. And it was a little seed. And then 3 weeks, I believe 2 or 3 weeks later, I went to another appointment. She was a little bit bigger and strong heartbeat all the way. But still that sunken feeling, I just really had to tell my family, but I was scared. So I remember one day we're going to my cousin's house, and it was still having those cramps. And I was asking God that, by the way, I'm Catholic, which we'll talk about religion in another video. If it cramps right now, you're telling me that I should tell my parents. But if the minute I say go, it doesn't cramp up, no cramps, then that means I shouldn't say anything. And I said, now. And sure enough, I got cramps. So the next day, which was a Sunday, I went to my parents' house. I was so nervous. I was shaking. My husband says, relax, relax. And I said, no, just let me be. Hormonal. And luckily my family was there, and I started crying. I just started smiling. So my family was like, what's going on? What's going on? Not out loud, but I'm sure in their heads they told me. And then crying, I said, I'm pregnant. And they're like, no, what? And my sister, I believe, she's like, I knew it, because one of my sisters had a dream that I was pregnant, and I couldn't say, not yet. But a lot of people see me, they were suspecting, but I never confirmed it. But yeah, I was nervous. I was scared of what might happen. So, yeah. What can I really say? It's, just remember, girls, that just don't give up. Don't give up hope. I have friends out there that have been still trying to have a family or make a family, and they haven't been able to. Just do whatever it can, maybe not, medically, but, whatever it takes. Well, I can't say that either. Just don't lose faith. Don't lose hope. I got my little miracle, and I just really hope you guys too. And if it can't happen whatsoever, there's so many children out there that need support in a family just as much as you do. Adopt, doesn't matter how old they are, what babies, toddlers, teenagers, it doesn't matter. Everybody needs a family in one way or another. That's if you want, of course. I'm not just saying go for it, but why not? That's was something that I was considered, and my husband was happy to do it. My husband dad is actually his stepdad. He is not his biological father, but he loves him just like if it was his really true father, which is technically, it was more important to him, not the biological part, but the fact that he was there. He was there as his dad. So, hey, maybe adoption would be a great option for you. Yeah. So that was a little bit about what it was and how it was, me trying to have a family and when it finally happened. My next video is actually my experience while I was pregnant. So if you guys want to go ahead and watch that video, make sure to subscribe. I will be putting it up on Wednesday next week. Now, right now, I only have a couple subscribers, so I'm trying to get more. So make sure to subscribe as soon as you can. And if I see there's a lot more subscribers jumping on, which means everybody likes my videos, which I will continue either way, even though I don't get a lot. But it just means that, and it makes me feel happier that there's more people watching and they want to see more. So make sure to share, make sure to subscribe, and make sure to let me know any kind of comments or questions that you want me to speak on the next video, which I'm more than happy to. I am thinking at the end of the next video, verbally answering questions regarding the previous video. So this video is more about how I made it happen, my concerns, and how I actually shared the news. So go ahead and comment those questions, and I'm more than happy we'll answer them on the next video, at the end of the next video. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and check on my baby. Thank you for watching. I can't wait to do the next video. So please subscribe, ask those questions, and I will gladly answer them. Go ahead and ask away. Subscribe. Bye, guys.